Hello, crypto people. I guess that's how you'd say it. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't intend on being a financial advisor, and any information I am giving you is purely my own opinion. So do your own research. Now, this video is more based on busting the FUD that goes with particularly XRP. Now, I'm not one person that's here as an XRP maximalist saying that it's going to be the best thing in the world, because obviously the market is so new. It's like an infant right now. It can go either way, and I think most people who are invested should understand that, should being the key word. I want to sort of touch on the fact that people right now, it's huge, there's thousands of people doing it right now. They're investing way too much money into something that they have no idea whether it's going to collapse or boom. For instance, there's people selling their houses or putting mortgages on their houses to put a large sum of money that they cannot afford to lose onto a specific digital asset that they may not know anything about. They're taking information solely from YouTubers like myself. Now, that is absolutely stupid. Ridiculously stupid. Now, I don't understand why you would do that. And as a result of that particular plan, if you will, their emotional attachment or detachment to something becomes substantial, and it influences them in a negative way. I'm seeing it every single day that, there's one piece of information that comes out about Ripple, and they, these massive hopers, if you will, are hoping that the price is going to correlate with what's happening with the news. Now, what is Ripple is a question. A lot of people just seem to think that Ripple's this company that is going to copy exactly what Bitcoin did and make a lot of people rich, and there's their utility gone. Do you understand what Bitcoin is, for a start? I think this is the question that sort of is the key underlying fact of the point I'm trying to make. Is a lot of people who comment on and make videos of FUD that's saying XRP is going to fail have been underpinned themselves, because they generally are the Bitcoin maximalists that believe Bitcoin's the way of the world, the way of the future. Now, I'm not going to say Bitcoin's bad, because if you look at its track record, it's hugely successful. But what I'm trying to point out is that's as far as Bitcoin will go. Unless, of course, you get a large group of organisation of people come together to find more utility for it and create some sort of a software or program where it can be utilised better, and which is a long way down the track. We've got Ripple right now who have developed software. There's 4 or 5 different versions of its software that allows frictionless payments at a fraction of the cost. I mean, a fraction, there's no currency we own that you can put onto a specific transaction. For instance, 0.00001 drop of a Ripple, of an XRP token, to send money instantaneously across the globe. It's going to fail. What? How? How is that going to fail? That's my question. How is that going to fail? I don't see your logic in saying how it's going to fail. Yes, it may fail in your hopes and ambitions on the price going up, in the sense of you're expecting $1,000 coin tomorrow. Where's the incentive for a $1,000 coin tomorrow? There's not enough volume in the system right now for the $1,000 coin to be a necessity. They can transfer these large sums of money with their holdings through a smaller dollar figure, example 36 cents. The volume of trade right now and the money going through does not need a $50 coin right now. It doesn't. There's no point. There's more risk in that, right? So having a smaller dollar figure on the amount of holdings they've got, well, I'm not saying there's risk, but I'm saying this is absolutely pointless inflating the price, because it makes it more volatile for people like us who can't hold. So there's incentive right now in holding. because it's going up. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. What I'm trying to point out is these people that are saying constantly and confidently that XRP is a banker's coin, it's a shit coin, it's not going to work. Can you do some, I don't know, put your money where your mouth is. Explain to the world or the crypto community where XRP is going to fail. Or it's just it's a fund me tool for Ripple to get rich. They don't need that. They've got so MoneyGram. They've got all of these companies involved. SBI. Now I feel like a broken record because there's that many YouTubers out there that are explaining this information with, granted there is YouTubers out there that have got falsified information or information from uncredible sources, but the majority of the YouTubers out there, Digital Asset Investor, Brad Kind, all of these people I follow quite religiously, I don't base my investment around what they say. I use their information that they leak, or not leak, but the information they give out, so I can do my own research, check if the source is credible, actually look to see if these markets are, or Ripple is doing what they say they're doing. And every time I do look, and I do my own research, I personally it solidifies my confidence in the investment. Now, I've got a real, I'm not claiming that I'm some sort of king investor, but I'm confident in my investment based on the facts that I've done my own research. So I haven't based my investment around being the hype. I haven't jumped in and chucked $100,000 onto a coin because YouTuber A said this is going to happen. I've based my investment because I've done my own research and I'm not expecting a moonshot tomorrow. In fact, what I'm doing is, instead of going to McDonald's or instead of going to the pub, or when I do go to McDonald's or when I do go to the pub and I buy one beer or one drink, I put the same amount of money that I would have spent on the second drink into an investment because I'm not going to be sad if I lose it. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, but that's not enough. Well, it's better than nothing, and if I do lose it, I don't care. Well, I do care, but it's not going to kick me out onto the street and force me to be homeless, which this is where it circulates back into this hype and this FUD, and it's such a volatile group versus group problem. And what you're not realizing is Ripple doesn't give a shit about us arguing and fighting and this and that and the other. The best way that we can move forward is have a healthy, unbiased ecosystem where the information that's been given to us via different sources is credible, and then we can base our bets, if you will, around that. So I'm not really good at a YouTube video, but it's just something I feel like I should put out there, even if only 10 people see this. The idea is do your own research. Spend 3 hours of your time, because I guarantee you that's all you're going to need to look up Ripple and the sources, and then you can obviously expand that time. But 3 hours of your time, look at Ripple's official website, look at the partners, look at where they're going, and more importantly, this is where an investment takes off, is look at the problem they're trying to solve. Is an unfathomable amount of money right now tied up in a Nostro-Vostro system, that if that money was liquidated, if that money was put back into the system where it could be reinvested, not tied up into something that costs some money, imagine how quick we can evolve. Imagine how fast things can be done. Imagine how much liquidity can be sent from point A to point B instantaneously to fund that new project. Imagine the countries in a poorer economic socio environment at just being able to have money come to them instantaneously so that they can feed themselves, or the unbanked societies that Ripple is firstly trying to target. It's insane once these people have it's like a steady income, a way to have money, a way to store value, they can expand and develop, and buildings can be built, and like you need to do your own research, people. Just spend the time before criticizing everyone else's input. Do some research, sit down, have a look at the fundamental problems of the financial system as it is, and then from there make your decision. There's a few good people that I really, really highly recommend. All of their sources have been A1. For me, is Oz Crypto. Absolutely, without a doubt. Straight to the point. He doesn't mix his emotions. He just tells it how it is. And then from there, it's up to you whether or not you like it. Brad Kimes, really, really good. He gets it. He gets some energy happening, some positive energy based around actual fact. He's not there saying this is going to happen based on his own opinion. He's basing his opinions around actual fact. Now, there's heaps. Heaps. Alex Cobb, just heaps of people. Digital asset investor. Every day I watch his stuff because it's to the point. It's giving you fact. They're doing all of this research and in a digestible form that if you question it, you can go and check the link yourself. So yeah, I want to leave it there. Obviously, this is getting a bit lengthy, but my point is just do your research. That's it. Because at the end of the day, Ripple does not give a shit about your opinion okay, that's a bit slander. Ripple doesn't give a shit about how you feel about their product, right? And at the end of the day, Ripple does not... I personally cannot see Ripple creating a ledger, building this substance on top of the ledger, increasing volume, bringing companies in and helping them work together as an ecosystem if all they're going to do is rip you and I off. Anyway, that's all I've got for you. I will be bringing out some more videos, as frequently as I can when I feel it's needed. Not that I class myself as the one person to listen to. What I aim to do is take the hype from way up here, where people are basing their investment, bring it back to earth to keep a straight line on what we're actually doing. Like just to keep people's focus on the progressive, gradual movements rather than these stupid fucking $4,000 coin overnight or fucking 589 coin overnight. It's not gonna happen like that. I mean, there's a chance it could. I believe you're more likely to get struck by lightning than a $1,000 coin overnight. I think the way that Ripple is basing the growth of the market is steady and take the volatility out. Obviously, as more and more people agree upon what they're doing, more and more institutions come in and the volume goes up, and then the trading volume per minute or per second goes up, then it's going to force movement in the price. That's why you look at Bitcoin and it's fucking up here 1 minute and it's down here 1 minute. Ripple doesn't want that. That's shit. Great, there's a high price, but in 2 seconds it could drop down and institutions lose money in the fundamental point they're trying to get money from A to B, and they lose money. Why would they do that? Keep it steady, grow it steady, build the bottom up, take the risk out, and then you've got the reward. And that's the proper prior planning. Preparation prevents piss poor performance. Thank you very much.